What's up, everyone? How's it going? Welcome to today's market analysis, pre-market analysis session. Good morning, everyone. We have around 12 minutes until market opens, and today I'm really looking forward to being more patient throughout the day and waiting for actual setups before we enter. Last few days, we haven't been taking high quality trades as compared to the last 2 weeks where we were on a winning streak. And simply because our confidence may have went through the roof, we have to humble ourselves. And I think the losing day we had day before yesterday, and although we won yesterday, we took bad trades, and those trades should not have been taken overall. So definitely keeping that in mind as well, but definitely gonna be more patient and wait for setups that adhere to me and I actually see true confirmation from. Especially because, guys, guess what day today is? Today is FOMC day. As you see, today we have a lot of news. We have pending home sales, overnight rates. So definitely I'm going to be careful for pending home sales and overnight rate. So from 8:45 to 9-ish, I likely will not place any trades simply because of the amount of news that there is. And after 1 a.m. there is FOMC. And because of such, we're going to be careful and look to see how price action is reacting today. Because if price action is how it's been the last 1.5 week or so, we're not going to take any trades simply because I'll show you. Let's just go to a previous FOMC date. No, we don't even have to do that. But if you look here, the price action doesn't look too bad, right? But keep in mind that from here to here is a market session, which means that from 8:30 up till 9:30, the first hour of the session, look how choppy it was, right? We were just chilling within this range, condensing closer and closer to each other. And once we broke up pretty strong. But that 9:30 to 10:30 time was an area where price action has adhered to good conditions, whilst prior it's been like how it's been the last few days. Very choppy, lots of VIX, not the type of volatility that we are looking for. So yeah, there's my words on that. Definitely gonna look for some more high quality setups going in, and if they are high quality, we might be able to increase our risk on those trades as long as the risk tolerance stays the same. But we're gonna dive straight into our charting. So right now how it's looking is that we did sweep this lower level and we are seeing a reaction off of it with the push up. Now we come back into that V2 level of that push up. I want to now see if we can hold that level, this level down here, or if we'll break below. If I see a break below this wick, I'm going to be putting a short bias likely. If we break above this wick, I'll be putting a long bias. That's simply what I'm going to look for. Right now, I'm not necessarily within either bias because on a higher time frame, we're trending up. But recently, we've shifted to a more sell-off dynamic. So definitely going to be keen to see what happens there and watch the markets extremely carefully. We'll mark down to these lows, but below that is not necessary. I do remember, oh yeah, that 4 hour got broken. It got wicked below, which shows that this 4 hour might still hold, but not too keen on that matter. We do have a 3 hour here. Three hour right there. Yeah, we can't mark out any of that. We have standard there. to our, let me just simply go ahead, because there's two ways that liquidity could have been swept, and it depends on how you interpret it. So it's very subjective, but that's not what we need in trading. We need trading to be more of an objective game. That's where footprint and order flow can help us, because at the moment it's hard to tell whether price will go up or down for two reasons. First, we swept this lower liquidity and we made a reaction towards the upside. But second, if we look at what recently happened, we made new highs, and some could consider that we swept upper liquidity now, and we're starting to make a reaction towards the downside. So there's multiple ways to really interpret those things, and that's why it makes this game quite confusing. I'm gonna go ahead and mark out this level. So wherever we break out extremely significantly with, then that's where we can continue. I'm going to remove this main liquidity as well, simply because we did sweep it prior. If we break this level, we might be able to capture a continuation down to here. If we break this level, we might be able to catch continuation upwards. Definitely looking to see what plethora of items can actually happen here today. Yeah. 5 minutes until market opens approximately. This area potentially could be marked as a 1 hour, but shows that there's definitely liquidity up on that area. Could mark this area down here as well. We've gone ahead and marked that. What we saw is that after we filled in this relative gap area, we've used that gap fill region. We broke below, used that gap fill region as a resistance, pushed down. Just something to be noticing and be wary of, simply because that could stand as a bearish factor. Stand something like this. Okay. It's gone 30 minute. 30 minute. This does look like a 30-minute zone, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark this out. And we did see reaction from this 30-minute zone as well. So that's shifting me sort of towards the bearish side, because what we saw is aggressive selling, push back up into that 30-minute relative zone, push back down. Because look at that, we came back into that 30-minute, push down once again. It's pretty much all on the 30-minute. Yeah, pretty much all on 30-minute. 15-minute. 15-minute, I'm not gonna worry about marking anything, simply because it's a 15-minute. Could mark out this level though. Maybe this level as well. That's the thing with the 15-minute. You get to start having this dilemma where you mark up too many levels, which can be counteractive. But this one I'm liking. This one I'm liking simply because we saw a reaction off of it. This one, I'll keep it there simply because of the strong push up, and we almost came down to it. You know what we can do? We can put this there. And then extend this up towards there. So then we have a 15-minute plus liquidity. 15-minute. There we go. This could work out. So what I'm seeing is towards the, we literally made big selling imbalance towards the downside yesterday coming into the market. And we continued that move until we saw a reaction, but On a higher time frame perspective, on a price action view of things, it does look like price will continue lower. But if we can break above these 30 minutes, then we will shift into a long bias. Let's go ahead and mark out volume profile to see what we notice on here as well. So volume distributed throughout that region. Yeah, we're generating lots of volume where we're sitting at right now. So honestly, if we don't see a large move and breakout towards either side of this relative range, I mean, like if you don't break below this level or break above this level, honestly, would it make sense to take any trades except if there's a clear barrier plus absorption reaction? If you don't see that, we likely should not take any trades simply because of the amount of volume that's been generated. Again, this area is also high volume, but you can see whenever we're in this region, you typically see imbalances. It's just a fact that we've gone over it so many times. But this region is where we're seeing that consolidation, making it more significant. Don't really have any key volume down at this region, but I am going to keep this. You might be wondering why. Well, although we don't have volume, look at the volume that is there. It's all buyers. So this gets validated. This region, not so much. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Actually, I'm not going to remove it because we saw a reaction off of it. So there's a see volume down here. These levels get validated. This level gets validated. This one does seem to be a low volume node, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this. But never mind, I'm not going to remove it. I'm going to keep it there simply because of the big selling action plus a bounce up. It's likely exhaustion, no showing interest below that region. The buyers pop back in. But yeah, there's that. So this range is going to be key. We need to break out from the range and continuation to identify any trade, and that's what I'll be looking for before any entry. Market has just opened. We might be able to break out right upon market open. So keeping my eyes on that. Yep. We also see like some sort of selling trend occur, but nothing really significant. Let's hop on to NQ and do the same really quickly. Just marking all the levels out that we can clearly see. We don't have to go too far on NQ except for until these lows. Okay, there we go. That's all I see on the 4 hour realistically. 3 hour not seeing much else. You could likely mark this out as a 3 hour zone though. Nothing else on the 3 hour, 2 hour. I am gonna go ahead and mark this out as a 2 hour as it does align with that liquidity there. 2 hour there. And oops. 3 there. Not noticing anything else. 1 hour. We didn't break above that, so this level is gonna stay there. Not bookmap liquidity, but standard liquidity. And this region right here is quite crazy at how it looks, but realistically that's what we can mark out. Let's see if we can mark out anything else, and we will do such. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. 30 minute. 30 minute, not noticing anything else really. You have this region. She'll mark out as a demand. $30 there. That's pretty much gonna be it on NQ. Yeah, we're starting to see heavy selling pressure occur, which Potentially might mean we could ride the sells down. Depends on how order flow looks. But yeah, not noticing anything else really on the 15-minute. This could be a 15-minute zone, but I'm really not trying to mark it out. It's an entire area of consolidation. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty much it for pre-market. We have FOMC. We talked about the importance of this current raise that we're sitting in. We've talked about how it's important to be more patient and wait for the right setups, especially on FOMC day. And yeah, that pretty much concludes. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below or join the completely free Discord server. Link is in the description down below. There's many good people and many good resources that you can highly take advantage of, all for completely free. Additionally, if you want to know how to use the footprint and bookmap for completely free to get started integrating it into your strategy, check the link in the description down below to see how you can use Addis charts for free or with the 15-minute delay, all for completely free. Addis has some of the best free functionality, and also they're probably the most user friendly as well. So I highly recommend you guys to check it out. But yeah, that pretty much concludes today's pre-market. I'll see you guys later today for the market analysis session. So I'll see you guys then. Goodbye.